5 recent Bollywood films that will become classic in the future. Now, before we start, one thing I want to make clear. A film becoming a classic has nothing to do with box office success. For example, Tamasha flopped badly when it released, but today it's considered as a cult classic. On the other hand, Bahubali was the biggest blockbuster of 2015 and it is also considered as a classic today. So this list has nothing to do with the profit and loss. Okay, let's start. Number 5, Kill. I usually don't enjoy action films that much, especially after Animal. Most action movies started feeling like repetitive or over the top. But this film genuinely surprised me. The story is really simple, but the execution is absolutely insane. I honestly feel future filmmakers making action films will study this movie like a textbook. The way this film creates tension, brutality, emotions using such limited setting and very few characters is unbelievable. It proves that you don't need a huge world to make a powerful action movie. Number 4, Gehraiyan. This is probably the most beautifully messed up film I have ever seen. Every scene, every dialogue, every character feels layered. I think the film was marketed very badly. From the trailers, songs, and promotions, it looked like just another rich people's problem movie. But the film was much deeper than that. It explores trauma, fear, anxiety, and the emotional scars people carry from childhood. And the fear of becoming like your parent, especially inheriting their darkest side, was shown so realistically. This film's become even better when you watch it for the second. Number 3, October. October is probably one of the most beautiful films ever made in Bollywood. And this comes from personal experience. We lost someone very close to us, and before passing away, he stayed in the hospital for almost 3 months. And this film captured the reality perfectly. The silence in hospital, the machine sounds, late night passes, the smells that stays on your clothes after spending too much time there, everything felt painfully real. And what I love about Varun Dhawan's character was that he's not a typical Bollywood hero. He is not overly smart, heroic, or someone who can magically fixes everything. He is just another ordinary guy, helpless against time and circumstances. And maybe that's what makes the movie more human. Number 2, Kala. I genuinely think people forgot how great this film was. This film beautifully shows what emotional neglect can do to a child. How jealousy, guilt, loneliness, grief slowly destroys a person from inside. It reminded me of one quote: hurt people, hurt people. This film is a pure poetry. Every frame looks like a painting. The cinematography, performances, music, and editing are just flawless. And what I love most about this film is how this film shows karma. No matter how much you run away from your action, life eventually hits you back. The movie also says something really important, which is that every relationship has a flaw. Don't expect your loved ones to be perfect. Accept them as they are. Number 1, Sardar Uda. Where do I begin with this movie? Okay. Whenever an Indian film gets nominated for Oscar, I usually don't care that much. But when this film wasn't even nominated, I genuinely felt angry. At that moment, I felt, forget the Oscars, because honestly, this film didn't lose the Oscars. The Oscars lost this film. Everything about this movie is perfect. The acting, the music, the cinematography, the recreation of British India, the atmosphere of 1940s London, everything feels so real and immersed. But more than anything, this film reminds us something like sacrifices of our freedom fighters went through. And the Jallianwala massacre sequence, it's one of the most disturbing and heartbreaking scenes ever made in Indian cinema. And the aftermath of it even becomes more haunting when Sardar Udham shouts, Koi Zinda Hai? And that moment stays with you. Dear Bollywood, this is how you make a film based on true story. So yeah, these are the Bollywood films that I believe will become classic in the future. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and also do let me know, did I miss any film that deserved to be on this list?